Theme Park Tycoon 2 just got brand new rocks, bathrooms, rides, and especially go-karts. This is going to be a fun one. Let's start off with the new mirror tool. So I have these trees and flower beds here, and I have them grouped. So if I click on them, and I go to copy, and I make sure that I have my precision build mode enabled, and I place them down, then we have these new things in the menu here. You've got your mirror and your pivot. Mirror means I can mirror things along the different axes. There's the red one, the blue one, and the green one. So say I wanted to mirror it along this green axis. Then I could click this, and it would mirror it along the green axes. And that is so cool and helpful. If I want to do this again, let's say we'll mirror it along the red axes. And then there you go. It's on the opposite side. But another thing I want to do in here is grab this and then go to pivot. Then you can do these different pivot modes. Move pivot, and then you can click this, and now you can rotate objects around here and make nice, perfect circles, or just put stuff around here for no reason. You can use this with so many different things. And then we have this new rocking disc ride. And I think that this one is a lot better than the old one, because we had the old one in Theme Park Tycoon 2 before, but it was really small and not detailed. And this seems more like the real ones, like the alien invasion ones at Kennywood and stuff. This one seems much more realistic, and even the tracks down at the bottom here. I think that this is much better and a good addition. And then we have this new Slingshot ride, which we've obviously had one before. Right here, we've had this Slingshot ride before, but it was way less detailed. And these towers, oh my, these towers are great. Like, they look so good. You've even got the ladder and stuff. And I do like this old cable, kind of, with the double cable, but I think that this new one does a really good job with the physics. Like, the physics of this old one, these cables always have tension on them, no matter what. And these towers aren't great, because obviously you would need a ladder for somebody to get up. But look at these new cables. When they get to the top, they actually have slack in them. And look how nice that animation is. I do think he needs to smooth out the transition a bit, make it a little bit slower, but it's really nice. And the actual cage is much more detailed too. So I think that that is a really good addition too. And then finally, after all these years, we got new bathrooms. Rather than just the standard white cube bathroom that we used to have, now we have more of an outdoorsy or modern one. This one's really cool. And then there's this blue cheese grater one, and this new red trash can one. Then we've got these new rocks, and they start from really, really tiny. You've got these different stalagmites and boulders and rocks, and then they get super huge. Like these ones, you can even still go into the precision build mode and scale them up so they are absolutely massive. You've also got stuff like basalt columns from like Ireland, not in my country, but you can also change the rock material to like sandstone and basalt and different rock types, and you can also change the color of the rocks. I think these rocks will really help making builds look really, really cool. And then you have the big item from this update, obviously, the go-karts. As per usual, I'll start building the Go-Kart Track. I've never built this before, so this will be my first time just building through. So you can see that we can go into the basic editor and make turns and stuff, but if I want to go to the advanced editor, I can make more precise turns. And wow, you can actually go up quite a bit. Like, that is a steep banking change, but sadly you can't bank it side to side. But I feel like there's no reason you would need to, unless it's like you're doing fast turns, so that's fine. And then in this little star menu, you can change the width of the track, which you could put up to 200%, which is huge, or back to the regular, which is 100%. So I'm just figuring out you can do some pretty cool things with these turns and the hills and stuff. So I'm just building a little test track for us to test out here. So you can see that when I finished that, it automatically made a little finish line here. So when we go into the menu for the go-karts, you can see that the car count can only go up to 7, and I feel like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity, because you can make really long, like, pit lane starts and stuff, but for some reason it only goes up to 7, and I thought that maybe this was just a limitation with the game, but the hypercoaster goes up to 9 cars, so I don't really understand this, but we'll see, we'll just try it out. So I'll put this into open, and you can see in the cart already that there is a first and time score on the front, and then a time score on the back for people that are looking behind you. So let's race and find out. So I'm just using WASD to control this and just drive along. The one thing I will say though is there seems to be a lot of delay between my input and when the car is actually turning. I'll try to hit my keyboard louder for you just so you can hitting the wall there, just so you can see the delay between when I hit it and when it turns. Like, it's kind of a big delay. It's honestly concerning how big it was. I don't remember if it was that much of a delay with the bumper cars too, but yeah, this is a pretty cool. Hopefully you can figure out how to get rid of that huge delay, but this is really fun. I don't know of any theme parks that actually have go-karts in them, but still, this is a really cool addition. In the appearance, it looks like you can change like the track color and stuff. Oh yeah, we have a purple go-kart track now. Like, oh, you can change a lot actually. You can change the car colors for each car individually. That's really neat. So you can pick a car and change the colors. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think this is a great addition. I just don't know of any theme parks that do have go-karts like in them. You can put comments of parks that do, but I don't remember any. But I want to talk a little bit about the future of this game and just where it's heading updates-wise. I feel like these updates recently, the last 3 or 4 updates, have been really cool, especially the controllable rides and stuff, like with the bumper cars and these go-karts. And I think they'll be really fun to play with friends. But I think in the next few updates, we need updates that are more helping the core of the game and not just branching out from it. I think we need an update to the tutorial, make it more updated and in depth. I also think we need a better menu for the bottom, because otherwise you're just scrolling for hours. And I also think that we need an update to the guest system, because the max you can get right now with fully maxed out park is like 190, maybe 200 if you're lucky, and queues never fill up, and I feel like we need queues to be better. And I feel like we need a slight update to the monetary system. Bathrooms should not start out at $8. They shouldn't have a product cost at all, unless you just want to be cruel. But I just think we need some more core updates soon that are really making the core of the game more solid and foundation before we start branching out. I really do like the updated new models, and I really like this update. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I just think that soon we need some more core updates soon. But I think this was overall a great update, and I thank you for watching. I'm Coasters and Keys. See ya next time.